Welcome to GearCheckGames. This is part 8 of our commentary for Banjo-Kazooie. Last time we completed Bubblegloop Swamp and got the Turbo Trainers from Gobi's Valley. And today we're going to take on Freeze Peak, which I think I would say is my second favorite level in the game.
Time for a freeze!
Do we have the same top two?
Yeah, I think we do.
Gotta love a good ice level.
Yeah. But these guys don't look too happy.
I'm a sucker for Christmas and like Halloween / spooky themed things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can guess what my top two are.
Yep,
Or these like his cousins, like
Oh god,
ice bears.
that picture.
It's too
Yeah,
high res.
these are Banjo's estranged cousins that he doesn't invite to Thanksgiving.
Help us escape.
I remember.
I saw the help.
I remember when we played this game back in college, everybody was all freaked out by that portrait, so had to highlight it.
Only 2 of the kids were in that portrait. I guess the third just doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is weird. Where's the third one? I never thought of that. Cause like there's a picture of just Boggy on the other side of the igloo.
I like that the bears sound like Banjo when he talks.
Yeah. But like not quite.
Yeah, it's just a little.
You know what? I choose to believe that because in Banjo-Tooie they reveal that Boggy has a wife. I choose to believe that because there's no picture of his wife during this game, at the time of Banjo-Kazooie, Boggy and his wife were having marital problems, and they were living separately. So
Only Banjo could you have like. Yeah, I've got this like fun headcanon that these characters were having marital problems and were
these
separated.
anthropomorphic polar bears.
Oh my god, they could be eaten?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not sure why these reptilian things want to eat Christmas lights, but I mean...
You ever had it? They're delicious.
They're glass.
They're crunchy, alright.
Apparently. I love that you have to escort them to their tree. This is quite charming.
Well, I think the most hilarious thing about this game is that he tells you up front, like, it doesn't matter if some Twinklies get eaten, as long as enough of us get to the tree, it'll be worth it.
Don't worry, there's 100 of us on the string.
There's a lot of, like, kind of subtle, dark humor like that in these games.
Uh-oh.
But you know what's not humorous?
Oh no.
Everybody's favorite returning gag. Also, just for your information, most of those are cut short. Because I forget, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it, but on several occasions it took me like 2 minutes to get the thing to read the batteries again.
Like the rest of the Twinklies that are no longer necessary just explode and die.
So like, okay, we'll just wait in the box.
You need to get like an old wired 360 controller, because you can use those on PC games as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. The one Mike has with his Xbox, I don't think it has a USB port on it. Unless I'm just stupid.
If it's like a Xbox brand 360 controller, it should have came with a little, I don't know, like a charge cord that you could just plug directly into the Xbox via the USB.
Yeah, well, he didn't bring that over, and I don't see a port for it anywhere.
Be a star. Oh god, you have to get all the way up there.
Well, and see, I forgot something important. This is a perfect example of me playing without thinking, because I was like, oh yeah, I need to fly up there, and there's a move you get in this world that you can only use while flying.
It's still counting down.
Yep, The timer does not wait for dialogue.
Come on.
What does the timer do?
Once the timer expires, the lights go out and you have to turn the switch on again. So it's not too punishing, but it's still like... Why does the timer keep counting down
you learned all the moves
during
in the
dialogue?
game. Nice.
I guess Rare was like, well, nobody will be stupid enough to go off and talk to Bottles while this time-sensitive event is taking place.
No, just a couple guys 20 years later.
And the stupidest part of this is that you don't need this move to complete this challenge, and it actively makes it more difficult.
Like so.
Yeah, like with most of Banjo's moveset, this move was drastically improved in Banjo-Tooie. Because in this game, when you use the, it's the beak bomb, right? Or the beak buster, whatever. I don't know. I can't remember things that happened 30 seconds ago. When you use the attack in midair, you're locked into whatever trajectory you were aiming at before, or like when you push the button. So, because it hurts you when you collide with something, that can really screw you over if you're not careful. But in Banjo-Tooie, they give you the ability to like adjust your angle and the ability to hold the button for like a longer charge, so you can use it to ascend really quickly in that game, and it's actually really useful.
So, Rare in all their shamelessness, I just realized that they reused that reveal sound in Donkey Kong 64.
What reveal sound?
Whenever you revealed that Grunty's Lair Jiggy.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I think Kirkhope did the music for that game as well, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know why they didn't get David Wise back, but you know.
Man, this all of this Christmas stuff in this is making me want to play that Pikmin 3 Christmas level. That's like incredibly well detailed. Like you just have to like haul. You're just like walking on and hauling presents all around the room.
Oh yeah, that sounds... I've not played Pikmin 3, but that sounds quite charming.
I think that's the same level where you have to get the giant pizza. Okay, I guess technically it's a normal-sized pizza.
It's nice to know that the Ninja Turtles have survived in the Pikmin post-apocalyptic Earth.
Yeah, they're already irradiated.
Yeah.
Like, they got the ooze.
They were fine.
Yeah. We just gotta go back to Tip Top and dunk them in, like, Grunty's, like, irradiation lake, and then you'll have... Instead of 4, you'll have, like, 9 Ninja Turtles.
You know, of all the Nintendo brand games that would have had a Ninja Turtles reference, I never would have expected it to be the original Paper Mario.
Oh, yeah.
Although, in retrospect, it's all too obvious.
So, you ran into an enemy a second ago when you fell in the water. So, is the ice also alive?
Yeah, the cold water scolded me for falling into it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even though water
This
has
is
eyes.
Banjo Land. Everything is alive and everything has eyes.
Yeah, that was something they kind of downplayed in the sequel. Which, I mean, I guess it kind of works. Like, the sequel goes for a much more, like, grounded tone for the most part. But it is kind of disappointing when you start the game up and it's like, aw, instead of the eggs talking to me, it's this mole character that I haven't met yet.
Yeah.
That's not Bottles.
So, I have never played Tooie, and I know about what happens to Bottles, but does his brother give you all your super moves in that one instead, or as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his militaristic brother is fills in for him.
Well, let's see what Rare in military back then. She had Funky Kong in 64 that was like a military guy.
And maybe that was just part of their N64 phase.
Well, yeah, like Conquer is all about warfare.
Yeah.
They all got drafted to fight in the Great Banana War.
Rare got ahead of the whole military shooter craze.
Yeah. Well, again, they turned Bottles' brother into a drill sergeant and made like a third of the game FPS sections. Okay, not a third of the game, like 10% of the game.
So Freezeezy Peak is actually a snowman. Is that the deal?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh yeah, I guess the only peak in sight is this snowman, or the only thing resembling a peak.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is just another one of those levels like Ethan, you mentioned that Bubble Gloop Swamp was one of your favorites, and I like that level, but it's a little too flat for me.
Okay.
I always kind of preferred levels like Freezeezy Peak just because it's kind of like in Treasure Trove Cove where there's just like an inherent fun to climbing to the top of like a massive structure and being able to see the whole level.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh yeah, I like these like ice cube enemies. I like that they were guarding the honey hive. So it's like if you defeat them, you don't even need the hive.
Yeah, I think those enemies were a little more effective on the N64 version, because here with the increased resolution and just the better signal, it's a lot easier to spot them. Whereas in the N64 version, I'm pretty sure they didn't load in until you get like right up to the honeycomb. Like
wow.
you can't even really see them until you're close enough for them to like attack you.
They're quote unquote camouflaged.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm ready for the sled.
That low quality moon.
Yeah. The sky is just black. You know, for being at nighttime, this is an awfully well-lit level.
It's
All the
nighttime?
reflections off the snow.
Yeah, if you go back, the sky was like all dark and starry.
Hey, what about your kids?
It's Christmas Eve.
He wants to help Banjo go on an adventure. Even the Lost Vikings abandoned their kids to go
Wait,
on an
hold
adventure.
on. Are you telling me that nobody got a gift for balls? I can't believe you guys.
Yeah, nobody got a gift for Boggy's children, especially not Boggy.
Yeah.
Why is his name Boggy when he lives like in the tundra?
Maybe at one point in development, Boggy was supposed to be a character in Bubble Gloop Swamp, and then somebody like left him a note that's like, "It's a polar bear, you idiot." Put him in the snow level.
Oops. We all know bears don't live in swamps.
So I was gonna make a joke about, or I was gonna give Boggy some crap for eating a Jiggy, but then Kazooie just eats the same Jiggy. She eats every Jiggy.
Yeah, Kazooie has at this point eaten no less than 40 Jiggies, so
Cause she's gonna have like an iron stomach.
yeah, we're not gonna pass judgment on Boggy.
My headcanon is that she is biting them and sticking them in the backpack, but not like eating them. She's like testing them to see if they're like real gold.
Just making like a gold
She's
sound
biting
for
into 'em.
fun.
She's like Yukon Cornelius.
Yeah.
See, it's topical because Christmas.
Yeah. Also, that one was trapped in the little ice cube. Hey, where's the ice cube? I wasn't
It's
paying
in the
attention.
Christmas tree.
What?
Oh, hey, the
Of
ants are
course, there's
back.
termites here.
Ants.
Ants.
Wait, wasn't somebody talking about snow ants in a previous episode?
Snow ants.
Like every transformation in this game is based on like a different elemental themed ant.
Oh yeah.
There's your snow ants.
Everything
Or
was fine
termites.
until the fire ants attacked.
Fire ants, don't you mean spicy boys?
Yeah, the spicy boys. My favorite one is still Nope Rope for snakes.
Nope.
Yeah, we gotta make that a thing, lads.
Honestly, it looks
Or somebody
really
needs to make. Somebody with an audience needs to make that a thing.
This tree looks really cozy, not gonna lie.
Yeah. This whole game is just. God, I've been playing so much Banjo-Tooie lately that going back to this game, it's just like every location here is just like, aw, I remember this place. And then you go back to 2 and it's like, oh yeah, I'm in the dingy, dirty factory.
Yeah, I've seen this factory before. This is where you get Chunky Kong.
It's where that one the load zone in Frantic Factory actually goes to.
I love this music.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. One of my favorite. I think my favorite song overall in the game is just like the theme of Gruntilda's lair. But this is in like top 5 at least.
I see this seal, and I'm having flashbacks to the seal boss in Diddy Kong Racing.
But he's not a seal, Trey. He's the walrus.
Oh, alright.
The walrus.
He's the Eggman.
Well, no, Kazooie's the Eggman. Or woman.
I was like, wait.
Banjo's the Eggman.
How come Banjo be the Eggman? He's not the one who
Kazooie
uses
Kachu?
eggs.
He collects the eggs.
Kazooie get you.
So
Are
I
you
like
making her a Pokemon now, or what?
I like that Waza
Where's
is
this coming
like
from?
Waza has this deep-seated fear of bears as being like ferocious, just vicious creatures. When the only other bears that live here are Boggy and his kids. So like, what does that say about them?
You know what? That makes sense. Well, I guess when you meet his kids in Tooie, they have turned into a bunch of little bastards. So.
Nice.
That's another thing with Tooie is just like, let's take everything from the first game that you loved and just make it like really unpleasant and dour.
Well, yeah.
Let's turn all of Boggy's kids into these little brats that won't listen to you, and then have them go back to their mom and can get beaten.
Well, see, that's what the sequels are supposed to do. They're supposed to, they're like the low point.
It's like The Empire Strikes Back with Banjo-Kazooie.
It's the low point of the trilogy, and then everything...
Boggy's ex-wife strikes back.
Everything comes to a head in Banjo 3E.
Yeah.
And then, just like the Star Wars original trilogy, we get to part 3, and it was just kind of like, eh.
Yes. You know what? Have we talked about Nuts and Bolts yet?
No, I don't think we have.
I don't think
Has
so.
anybody here played Nuts and Bolts?
No.
I played a little bit of it.
it.
Because I had two
that was
friends
weird.
that, well, 2 or 3 friends that had the game on Xbox, and there was certain parts of the game that they couldn't beat and had me come in and do it for them.
Oh, yeah.
It was there was a saucer minigame, like a UFO minigame, and the Klungo arcade game.
Oh, yeah. Hero Klungo saves to world.
Yeah. I love the arcade machine art, like, on the borders of that game.
Uh-huh. Yeah, here
Oh my
we go
God,
again.
Oh boy.
Speaking of Nuts and Bolts. Trey, you know Grunty's, like, assistant from the cutscenes, the green guy? That's
With the
Klungo.
lab coat.
Yeah, that's Klungo. And in Tooie, he shows up as, like, a recurring... He's basically like the Master Troopa Jr. of Banjo-Tooie.
Okay.
And then you beat him the 3rd time, and he's like, it's time for me to pick a new career.
So wait, you only have, 6?
6 what?
6 jiggies.
Yeah. Yeah, this world is... Every world, except for the final one, from this part forward is gonna... Or from Clanker forward is a 2-parter.
Okay. Is that because you can't get all of them in one run?
Ooh. Well, no, you can get all of them in one run. It just took me long enough to warrant, like, a 2nd video.
Yeah.
Speaking of, that's gonna be up next.
Yeah. Yeah, the next video is gonna be up next, so join us next time.
We'll go to Freeze Easier Peak.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.